Hello, my name is Thomas, and right now I'm at a location scene in James Bond, No Time to Die. This is Hammersmith Bridge, where we see James Bond, played by Daniel Craig, meeting his boss, who is reading a copy of the Financial Times, the pink paper. It's referred to in Yes, Minister. The Times is for the men who run the country, the Financial Times is for the men who own the country, the Daily Mail, of course, is for the wives of the men who run the country. This is I think, a great little location. It's actually my favourite scene from the film, so I'm very, very happy to be here. Quite easy to get here from central London, just a short trip on the tube to Hammersmith, short walk here. You can tell I'm at the right bit of the bridge because of this broken bit on the wall here, which matches the film. We have the Rutland Arms. We see Tanner walking out of the Rutland Arms. He's played by Rory Kinnear. And of course, we can see Rami Malek there, who played Safin in the movie, in a different film, Bohemian Rhapsody. This was the first suspension bridge going across the Thames around 100 years ago. The two communities on either side of the banks petitioned to have a bridge, and they were successful. An Act of Parliament was passed, the bridge was built, and it stood for over 60 years until it started to have problems. This is the second bridge, not including the temporary one. Part of the reason it had problems, the first bridge, was in 1870 when there was the boat race, the Cambridge-Oxford boat race, which went across the river here. And between 11,000 and 12,000 people tried to gather on this bridge, causing the owners of the bridge some worry about the structure of the bridge. Later on, in 1882, a boat collided with the bridge and an Act of Parliament was passed in 1883 to replace it. So, Sir Joseph Bazalgette was hired to construct this new bridge. He is a famous figure in English history, but perhaps should be more famous. Like myself, he was the son of a British Army officer. Unlike myself, he was also the son of a French Protestant, his mother. He was a fantastic engineer in the great tradition of great Victorian engineers who constructed London's sewer system after an outbreak of cholera that killed more than 10,000 people. His amazing work on this sewer system, which became the model for every modern sewer system in every major city in the world, made him one of Britain's most eminent civil engineers. So this is perhaps one of his most beautiful works here in Hammersmith. This Hammersmith Bridge was opened in 1887 by the then Prince of Wales, the son of Queen Victoria, and his son was the grandfather of our current Queen, Queen Elizabeth II. Then Prince of Wales is most famous for introducing, say, the Prince of Wales check, or the Glen check, who of course popularised having a crease down the front of the trousers. He invented the modern dinner jacket. In fact, much of what James Bond wore was very much influenced by the then Prince of Wales. Oh, and he's also responsible for having the bottom button of a waistcoat undone to be more comfortable. Here on the bridge we have the memorial to Lieutenant Charles Campbell Wood of the RAF from Bloemfontein, South Africa, who died from this spot into the Thames at midnight, 27th of December 1919, and saved a woman's life. He would himself die from the injuries received during the rescue in 1920. The first attack on Hammersmith Bridge was by the IRA in 1939. A ladies' hairdresser named Maurice Childs was walking across the bridge when he spotted a briefcase. It was smoking and had some sparks, so he picked it up and threw it over the bridge. There was a plume of smoke 60 feet high. As the bomb went off, he saved many lives that night and was awarded the MBE. The second attack on the bridge was by the Provisional IRA in 1996. They left two Semtex devices underneath the bridge here on the south side. However, although the detonators were activated, they failed to ignite the bomb. The third and final attempt was in 2010 by the so-called real IRA. They did detonate a bomb, but after 2 years of repairs, the bridge reopened. On my podcast, British Culture, Albion Never Dies, I often have a recommended rabbit hole. So my recommended rabbit hole for this video is Ralph Fiennes' cousin, Ranulph Fiennes, because he's the man who ties together Ralph Fiennes' character, who of course in the movies has been a lieutenant colonel in Northern Ireland, captured by the IRA for 3 months. So the bridge, which has had many IRA attacks upon it, I don't know if that's part of the decision to film a key scene for M here, but Ranulph finds really was a member of the SAS, and he is perhaps Britain's foremost, and maybe the world's foremost living explorer. He was the first man to walk to both poles, north and south, the oldest man to climb up Mount Everest, and famously cut off his own fingers on some good advice for his wife. Apparently, he got a bit tetchy when he got frostbite. So he is my recommended rabbit hole.